Athletic Club 0, Barcelona 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten it done. It wasn't an easy game to watch. It wasn't a pretty sight. But in the end, Barcelona got all 3 points, which at this point in the season and with everything that is going on, that is what matters. It wasn't easy to watch, like I mentioned, guys. It was a back and forth game. Both teams were not playing at their level best, obviously, because both teams did play midweek in the Copa del Rey, so we didn't see the best out of them. But like I mentioned, in the end, it was a Lamine Yamal dagger. A beautiful goal by Lamine Yamal. That was the main difference. And in the end, like I mentioned, we got all 3 points. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the match reaction, the instant match reaction of the Barcelona versus Athletic Club game, which we did get the job done, guys. We're going to get into everything, guys, that happened during the game, guys, the highs, the lows, and every single key moment in this game. So you guys already know what to do. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Very importantly, guys, turn on notifications. And also, guys, get in the comment section and let me know everything I do talk about during this match section. Also, things that I did miss out on, guys. Get in the comment section and let me know. And let me know your thoughts on the game, guys. Your personal thoughts. But listen, there we go, guys. Let's get into the starting 11. And look, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. I have to just say this from the jump. I was not happy with this lineup just because of one thing. One thing and one thing alone. I didn't mind the whole lineup except for one position, because ladies and gentlemen, there you see it. It stick out like a bad thumb. It is man like Ferran Torres. I don't know, guys, at this point what Ferran Torres has to do to get benched. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. But listen, before I even get into him, because I don't want to just go on a rant about him, let's talk about the lineup. Obviously, guys, you can see, guys, it says 4-2-3, but it's more of a 4-2-3-1 formation. We have Jean Garcia in goal, the same defensive partnership outside of like Jules Koundé that started from the Spanish Copa del Rey semi-finals. Basically the same defense we saw in that game. Kobashi and Gerard Martin as the partnership. Jean Cancelo left back with Eric Garcia back in the lineup, like I mentioned during my preview. On the right back position, we had Marc Bernat and Casado both starting like I did predict they would start, with Dani Olmo in the midfield, which I got correct from my preview. Lamine Yamal on the right like I predicted. Rashford on the left. But the one I did not predict, like I mentioned, was Ferran Torres. Unfortunately, he started in this game, and look, I'm gonna be very, very real with you. I don't know what was the point. What was the point? What did he do today? I mean, we're gonna get into it, right? He once again put another stinker of a performance, but this lineup once again, right? He basically picked up the lineup that I mentioned outside of maybe Araujo, who I predicted was going to start in this game, who didn't start, and Ferran Torres, who I predicted not to start, who did start today. I mean, it wasn't pretty to watch, but in the end, listen. From the start of the game, I'm not going to lie to you, I was on edge. I mean, literally, guys, within the first 20 seconds, we nearly conceded an own goal. Right, Jean Cancelo, right, great cross into the box. Cancelo tries to clear it, hits the crossbar, and yeah, that was not a pretty sight to watch. It wasn't a pretty sight to watch. But, you know, we regrouped. Nothing else happened after that, thankfully. You know, Athletic Club, really, they had a few chances. Maybe I would say the first 10 minutes, they had another good pass, a good quick free kick that they took, which, you know, really caught our defense off guard, but they didn't capitalize on it. They had a few good chances here and there. They nearly had a one-on-one. And I have to say today, right, shout outs to Jean Garcia in goal, right? He wasn't called upon that much, but when he was called upon, he was on his toes. He did his work today in the defense. And, you know, they did have a goal which was offside. The high line today worked. The defense today, you know, I'm not going to lie, once again, just like in the game against Atletico Madrid, the defense today can't say anything negative today again, right? Which is very, very rare, right? Two back-to-back games, and the defense actually did their job. We love to see it. But as far as the attack is concerned, once again, guys, Ferran Torres, once again, proven to be a liability. It would have been easier to play with 10 men than playing with Ferran Torres. This guy, once again, he probably had the best chance in that first half, right? Literally, right? They put the ball on the plate. I don't know who it was that put the ball on the plate for Ferran Torres, right? Cross comes into the ball. I think it might have been Cancelo or Yamal, one of them, right? But literally, great ball into the box. All he had to do was volley it into the net. And the worst thing was, I thought he actually was aiming for the goal, My guy was actually trying to cross it back into the box, literally from 2 yards in the box. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, at the end of the day, it's not even funny. Like, I got to a point now where I just don't like, feeling this way. Having to come out here every week and just sound the same. Oh, Ferran Torres this, Ferran Torres that, Ferran Torres this, Ferran Torres that. I feel like at this point, right, it has to be said, this manager sometimes, his stubbornness, it's irritating. It really is irritating because for some reason, right, it takes Barcelona being absolutely destroyed for this manager to learn his lesson. I don't understand why Ferran Torres can put stinker after stinker after stinker, and as long as we win, it's like that just papers over the cracks. And the worst thing is, we've won today, and many people are saying, "Oh, but Omar, don't worry, Ferran Torres is not going to start in the midweek against Newcastle United." Are you willing to put your house on that? Are you willing to put your house on it? Because I'm sorry, what has Ferran Torres done in the last few games to warrant starting every week? What? Exactly, nothing, absolutely nothing. But he continues to start, and you know what's funny, right? Before the end of the first half, he actually had one of the better opportunities as well. When the cross came, a corner comes into the box, he flicks it, and somehow he nearly scored. I mean, definitely it wasn't going in, but still, that was probably the best chance in the game. And I'm gonna be real today, the attack wasn't good. The attack was not good at all, right? It was really, 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 really poor. Rashford, again, I'm not gonna lie, Rashford was another one. I know I've been calling him Ferran Torres, but Rashford today was poor, right? Yamal today, he was trying, but the other two attackers in the box were not doing their job, so he didn't do much. And I'm going to talk about Yamal later because there's a reason I'm mentioning this, right? But yeah, midfield, I'm going to be very real. Bernal, you can see, man, he was dead. He was completely exhausted from the game against Atletico Madrid. You could see it. I mean, Flick literally took him off at halftime, right? He was not in a good place. Casado today, you know what? Fair play to Casado today. He stepped up. I love it. I love it when players like this, we saw, obviously, last time we saw him start was the Atletico Madrid game, and he was terrible in that game, right? To see him today to step up, being given an opportunity to start today and do his job today, fair play to him. He did his job. And Danny Olmo, I'm not going to lie, stinker again, man. Like, I'm going to be real, man. You need to improve. We need to see improvement. I feel like the good form that you started with at the start of the year is gone now. I don't know what's going on, man. You need to pick that up again. It wasn't that good. But I'm going to be very real. First half, there wasn't much that happened. Second half, obviously, I wanted to see the changes. I wanted to see Ferran come in. I wanted to Ferran come off. I wanted to see maybe Olmo come off. I also wanted to see Bernal also come off because I didn't think he thought he was tired, and he was actually the only one that did come off at halftime. He obviously came off. Pedri came on the pitch, and yeah, at the end of the day, second half started, and Pedri, to be honest, he was also quiet in this game. And like I mentioned, I don't really blame, Pedri and Bernal that much. They were two of the better players in the Atletico game, and they were the ones that were putting the most intensity in that game. So it wasn't really a surprise that both of them were really quiet today, right? But, for most of, I would say the first 15 minutes of the game, man, it was just dead. I feel like we were more aggressive in the attack a little bit, right? We were more aggressive. We tried to do some stuff, but really, there wasn't really much that happened until we saw the big changes, right? The big three changes, right? We saw Firmino come on, Rafinha, and Robert Lewandowski. And instantly, bro, the attack completely transformed when we saw those three players come in, right? We literally just went forward, right? We were trying, I feel like, they tried to do, put the ball in the right areas. Like, once again, Lamine Yamal, right? You can see the difference when you put an actual good striker in the box, right? What he can do, right? Cut inside, literally found Lewandowski free in the box. Great shot. It was blocked. But this is the point. This is why, guys, I always say I would rather have Lewandowski start every week. Because Lewandowski knows where he has to be. He will put himself out there for Yamal to find him, for Rafinha to find him, for anyone, Pedri, Cancelo, whoever it is, they will find Lewandowski because Lewandowski will make sure that you find him. He's not going to be hiding in and around in between the defenders so that he can be in the middle of a crowd and you can't find him. That's the difference. That is the big difference. And he had a great shot today which was blocked. But like I mentioned, the goal did come in. Finally, the goal went in. Lamine Yamal, great pass straight to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal does the splits, makes Adama do the splits. And on his left top, bings it on that right hand corner, and Lamine Yamal with the goal again. Ramadan Lamine. I keep telling people, man, listen, it's the Ramadan season. He is on his blessing, man. Allah is blessing my guy this month, man. The only player that's fasting in the Scotland squad right now, and he's doing the job. And we got the goal. And you know what? That was it. That was it. I'm not gonna lie, man. Barely anything else happened. Barely anything else. Like literally, I'm trying to really scrap to my brain and think of what anything else that happened. Nothing happened. We were in control. I think, obviously around the tail end of the game, Bilbao started going forward, trying to get a goal, trying to do stuff. But really, nothing else happened. Nothing else happened. We were in control. The defense did their job today. We didn't give away too many sloppy chances at all I can think of, right? Which, fair play to the defense, right, for holding on. They did their job today, and yeah, what a performance today from the players and from the team, right? In the end, we got the W. We got all 3 points, and what can I say, man? What a performance. But listen, guys, let's actually get into the match ratings, guys. I'm gonna give you guys my match ratings of the game today, guys. So listen, this is what we're gonna go with. Obviously, guys, I know we've got both squads, but we're just gonna be focusing on the Barcelona team, so which is right here, guys. So 1 second. So obviously, guys, in goal, man like Jean Garcia, guys. You know what, Jean Garcia today, I'll probably give him the highest rating. I know Yamal got the goal and Yamal's gonna get the plaudits, right? But Jean Garcia today, he did well today. I'll give him an 8, right? Every time he was called upon, he did a good job. And you know what? He nearly, there was a bad pass that was given back into the box. And if he didn't react quickly, that could have easily been a goal. So fair play to him. I'm gonna give him an 8. But Kobashi today in the back, he was also a rock, man. He performed well today. I would give him a 7, man. He played well today. And you know what, right? This guy right here, Gerard Martin today, what a player today. He actually was the best out of the defense today. He was actually better than Kobashi. I'll give him a 7.5 in this game. And Jean Cancelo today was going forward, right? Put some good crosses into the box. Really didn't do much. Nearly gave away an own goal, a stupid own goal. For me, I'll give him I don't think he was amazing today, so I'm going to give him maybe like a 6.5 potentially. Eric Garcia today, you know what? Eric Garcia today, right? I keep telling people how good this guy is at right back. He actually does so well at right back, and I've been saying this is who I want to be the right back alongside Cancelo, and he proved it today. He played very, very well today. I'll give him a 7 today. He played very, very well, and he was getting absolutely kicked today in that game. Mark Bernal today, man, tried to do stuff, man. You could see he was exhausted. Really didn't play much. Played only one half. I'll give him a 6. I think he deserves a 6. But Casado, man, today he stepped up. He really stepped up today, man. In that midfield, he was doing his job today. I'll give him a 7 today, man. He played very, very, very well today. Danny Olmo today, you were not good. I'm not gonna lie, man. Apart from like that beautiful flick that you did in the second half where you got fouled, really I didn't remember anything else you did in this game. So you know what, Olmo, you get a 6 today, man. I'm gonna be real, man. You get a 6. Lamine Yamal got the goal today, right? Got the winner. What a performance from him. Once again, doing his job today. I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. He performed well today. But the players that didn't do well, man, like Rashford, man, you were garbage. I'm gonna be real. You were bad. You were bad, man. I'm gonna give Rashford. I want to give him a 6, but I'm a very real man. He doesn't deserve a 6. I'm gonna give him a 5.5, man. I'm sorry. You were not good today. And speaking of not good, you were definitely bad today. You get a 4 today. 4. And that's me being nice. That's me being nice. For just that one flick that you did in the box, right, that you nearly scored, that's the only thing you're getting a 4 for, because you were garbage, Ferran Torres. But yeah, as far as the rest of the team is concerned today, Pedri came on at halftime, right? He was controlling the game, but also he didn't really do much in the game. I'll probably give him a 6.5 because, he didn't really do much in the game. Neither did Fermin, right? I feel like this one is just give him a standard 5. Rafinha, the same thing. I'll give him a standard 5. I'll probably give Lewandowski maybe a 6, because I feel like when he came on, he actually was, doing more in the team. And when it comes to Araujo, he didn't really have much to deal with today. So yeah, that's what I'm going, guys. Let me know what you guys think. As far as the manager is concerned, I'm giving the manager rating wise, I'll give him a 7. Because, you know what, I would have probably given him a 9 out of 10 because he almost put it in the lineup I wanted. Except he brought Ferran, and Ferran deducted 3 points. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Yeah, man. For me, my man of the match, I'll give it to Yamal. He got the winner, so it is what it is. But, guys, let me know everything I did talk about in the comment section below, guys. What did you guys think about the game, guys? What did you think about the performance? Who do you guys think stood out in this game, right? Which players stood out the most and which players flopped today, guys? Get into the comments and let me know in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all of the beautiful stuff. And as always, guys, it is lonely at the top. Vesca Barça. Take care.